Ooh, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 57 of the Monday Night Wars and season 4. I am Chad Talks, and joining me as always is Jmack Gaming.
What do you know about Ice Spice? Have you done your research yet on Ice Spice? My favorite.
I Googled her, and I got a picture of her, and her butt was in it, and I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Let me tell. How do you feel about it?
I mean, yeah.
Give me. No, come on. Go in detail.
Is her music good?
Do you think I care about her butt or her music?
I mean, why not both?
Yeah. So why didn't you Google both?
Because then I went to.
You saw a butt and you said.
Yep.
That butt made you want to go night night. Chad, this is Armageddon. All right. We ran this in Minnesota last year too. Oh no!
We're back. A Minnesota tradition.
Oh no! I didn't even realize. Oh my God! Maryland, Michigan, and the same arena, XL Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. Live. It's WWE Armageddon. Don't look at the F. We're here, Jen. What? You want to go over the last few Armageddons, Jen?
Sure, let's do it.
It's one of my favorite gimmicks here, where we run down for the last couple pay-per-views. 1999, Chad. Look at what we had on the pre-show. Edge and Mystico, Rock and Shane McMahon, Jeff Jarrett, Mark Mero. We also saw on the main card Jushin Taka, Henry and Test, DX against Legion of Doom 99, which was BG James and Road Warrior Animal. I knew there was something fishy about that. You called them Roadhead. I called them the Legion of Doom 99.
That's funny.
We had Ace Steel and Christian Cage, Booker T, PJ Black, Kane and The Undertaker defeating the Assmen of Blackman and Kip James.
You're the ass man.
Angle and Austin in the co-main, and Eddie Guerrero Shamrock in the main. That was 1999. 2000, Chad. 2000. We saw the main event of Eddie and Paul White again. Eddie, he was the Armageddon King. Psychosis defeating Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Edge, Taker, and Booker T. Orton defeating Taka to retain the Intercontinental and the European Championship. Rock and Christian Cage. Jamie Noble against Mystico. Takako against Mika Satomura. Second City States defeating the Barbarian and Mang. Perry Saturn, Kid Cash. Rat Boys against Latin Lover and Del Sandro. And we also see PJ Black against Bam Bam Bigelow. And 2001, last year, a massive show in Minnesota. Ric Flair defeating Stevie Knight. DDP winning the pre-show belt. Latin Lover over Booker T. Rene Dupree over Gang Grell. Jamie Noble retaining the light heavyweight championship. Masawa and Steiner last year, Chad. Rock and Paul White. John Cena and Jeff Jarrett in the co-main. And Stone Cold and Mick Foley in the main. Stone Cold's not here tonight.
Yeah, Stone Cold did not have a good year this year.
He did not run off that momentum.
Nope.
But tonight, Chad, we are headlined by Masawa and Don Fry, the final boss of professional wrestling, a man that has held the belt for so long, Chad. He's held the belt for 167 days. He takes on the man, Don Fry. Don Fry right here, Chad. He's on a massive roll. We saw him in September beat Cactus Jack, Scott Steiner, Cactus Jack, La Parka. He beat Goldberg. He beat D'Lo Brown. He lost in a cage because the cage, when he threw Cactus Jack through the cage broke. And Cactus Jack's limp, dead body rolled onto the floor. That's how he lost. That's his only loss in this little run here, Chad. And now he's back. He's taking on Masawa. What a show this is going to be, Chad. Let's start the show, though. Start the show. I don't have the win-loss anything anymore. I don't know where the fuck that's at. Oh, it's right here. 1 second, Chad. 1 second. I have
what a ride.
47. Let me do the math. And 35. You're 47 and 35 going to the last show of the night, Chad, of the year.
Hell yeah.
If you go 0 and 8, you'll go 500. but there's 9 matches, so you better get at least one tonight. You better get at least one tonight, Chad. You think you're gonna get them all? All right. Well, we start off Amazing Reddit Neelix Skipper taking on Gangrel and Gene Snitsky. Pre-show's just, we're here. We're here in the pre-show. Snitsky defeating Elix Skipper with the egoish Schwein here, Chad. This is a decent match right here.
A little decent little match.
This is Chad's pre-show match. Chavo defeating Mikey Henderson here, Chad. Tell me about this. Tell me about these two.
I just wanted to see Chavo compete, and I figured Mikey Henderson can get some love too. Why not?
What? Well, when you say I want to see Chavo compete, why didn't you book him better in WCW?
Well, that's besides the point.
It all comes back to Chad. And our last pre-show match of the night, Chad. Jack Evans and Caprice Coleman here. And Jack Evans hits the Stuntin' 101. What do you know about that move, Chad? Nothing? Are you there?
What do you know about it?
He won with it.
Well, yeah, I know that. So I guess I know that. Other than that, nothing else.
All right, we start off this show with a highlight package, Chad, showcasing the 2 main events of tonight. Ric Flair defending his newly won U.S. Championship against the man he beat for that bout. It's Ric Flair and the Latin Lover in our co-main event. But our main event, Chad, it's Misawa and Don Fry, the biggest match, maybe not like greatest wrestlers of all time, but like Don Fry, well, Misawa is, but like Don Fry is a man that can, if there's someone to go toe-to-toe with hitting hard, hitting stiff, hitting you right in the face with Misawa, it's Don fucking Fry, Chad. And that match is going to be our main event. Is that going to get 85, you think?
I hope it gets higher.
Me, I would hope it would get lower if I was you.
I'm not worried about it.
You should be. You're competing with this.
We'll be fine. Trust me.
All right, we start off.
We're going to win the year.
What's up?
We're going to win show of the year.
Okay, well, that would mean you'd have to have your first 100 rated show. And it would have to somehow be better than Mania or SummerSlam.
Easy.
I love the confidence out of you, Chad. I just don't think it's realistic. Cornetto, our opening match tonight. It's Nunzio makes his way down to the ring, Chad. Nunzio is here, and the fans are chanting for Edward Colon III. They're excited to see this man make his in-ring debut tonight against Nunzio. And he comes out to the ring, Chad. Here it goes. It's Edward Colon and Nunzio. Who do you got?
I got Edward Colon III.
Well, Chad, Edward Colon and Nunzio go toe-to-toe. But Edward Colon, they don't click. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? His debut match, it's fucking Nunzio, and he doesn't click with him. Edward Colon is tough enough, and he beats Nunzio in 15:31 with a outward rolling cutter. That's a good start to Armageddon, baby. That's a great start to Armageddon, baby.
Yeah, it is. I mean, listen, that's the Puerto Rican prince.
It's the Prince of Puerto Rico. Of course he doesn't click with Nunzio. Nunzio's a piece of shit. And the crowd chants, EC3, 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 EC3.
All right, I get it.
Okay, I just wanted you to do it once.
EC3.
Thank you for fucking hanging out with me, Chad.
I was gonna be the one guy who went TJ Wilson.
Who's that?
Someone holding up a sign that says TJ misses you.
Oh, security shot him.
Oh, the security took all the signs.
Yeah, we ripped those up. We ripped those up. So EC3, the fans really excited to see EC3 here in the WWE. Backstage, we get a shot of a limo, and Don Fry, Arn Anderson, and Jun Akiyama walk out tonight, Chad. They're here. It's Don Fry and Misawa in our main event tonight.
Huge.
Chad, what angle do you want to see next? I'll let you pick.
What angle do I want to see next?
Yeah, what match? Just pick a match. What do you want to see next?
I want to see John Cena.
Okay. Out comes The Undertaker. You've done it now. Riding his motorcycle out to the ring. Announced on WWE.com. The Undertaker wants the chip. And he's taking on Brian Kendrick tonight. Impromptu match for that chip. And Brian Kendrick.
Come on, Brian.
That's what he says. He walks out like a scared little scaredy cat. He's got the chip with him, but he knows he's above his own head here, Chad. He's taking on The Undertaker. The Undertaker, Brian Kendrick, the chip on the line. Who do you got?
This might be a questionable decision, but I think due to Paul London shenanigans, I think Brian Kendrick walks out with the chip.
Well, The Undertaker beats his shit out of him. I thought you were going to pick Taker. Oh, Chad. You're going to... Uh-oh.
I thought it was going to be some shenanigans.
No.
I didn't think you were just going to beat Brian Kendrick's ass.
Behind the curtains, I needed a way to get the chip onto Taker without Paul London taking a loss. So this is how you do it.
Okay.
Taker gets the chip, Chad. He has the chip. Going into the new year, he's just got to survive 4 more weeks of SmackDown and maybe Raw to hold on to the chip. Taker says it's his destiny to win the Royal Rumble and headline Mania. And he's got the chip. He's got the big advantage to do it. Can he hold out and be that man to walk in number 30 in the Royal Rumble? We'll have to find out in the future weeks. And if he does win that Rumble, he'll take on this man right here. Mitsuharu Misawa, Kojima, Hashimoto, Cornette, they're all here. The final bosses have arrived to the XL Energy Center. Misawa Fry main event, Chad. I know, I keep talking about it. It's because it's a huge match.
It's going to be huge.
Now, Chad, Fig is texting me. He must know. I want to... what does this mean? Uh-oh. Okay. Let me... We move on, Chad. Sorry. Fig texted me a concerning message. We move on. It's Mystico and El Hijo del Santo. Bam, bam, bam. It's Del Santo and Mystico. Chad, who do you got?
I got Del Santo.
Never mind, it's not concerning. Fig's just being an asshole. He said, I wanted to be done. I really did. And I said, what does this mean? He said, you forget so quickly. And I said, yes, I do. He said, next time you see me in your cafe, no, you fucking didn't.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck. Del Santo and Mystico. You picked Del Santo to win, or did you pick Mystico to win?
I picked Del Santo.
All right. Well, these two great luchadors, right? Mystico, an up and coming. Well, he's like on the younger side, he's a star, but he's young. Del Santo, great work. My credit score has increased. Perfect. Del Santo, a walking legend in the business, but if I hit next segment, Mystico defeats him with the 619. What? Hold up.
What?
Hey, you don't do that move. Hey. Sorry, Chad. I'll talk to him after this match. I didn't know that happened. My bad. That's on me. That's on me, Chad. I didn't realize.
Big win for Mystico.
Big win for Mystico over El Hijo del Santo here. I gotta go back to my page because... All right. And then after the match, Latin Lover puts Mystico on his shoulders and carries him out of the ring, Chad. A big win for Mystico and a big win for Latin Lover. Well, is that what's going to happen later tonight when Latin Lover walks into the ring and goes and vies for the United States Championship against the Nature Boy, Ric Flair? We'll have to find out later tonight. We move on. It's my favorite storyline. Joking. It's the Bloodline against a lot of Resistance, Chad. This match was made on WWE.com after Rene Dupree kind of shit-talked the Bloodline 2 weeks ago, leading into a Rene Dupree Ekmo Fatu match on the go-home. And after the match, the Bloodline destroyed Rene Dupree. Now these guys want their hands on the bloodline. It's Rhino, Kishi, and Ekmo taking on La Resistance. Bloodline, LAR, what do you got?
I got the bloodline because I acknowledge them.
Chad has acknowledged his tribal daddy, and he is right. The bloodline win in 1629 when Rhino pins Sylvain Grenier with a pile driver. I keep closing my photo. The fucking thing's gotta be right there. I gotta know what's coming up next, Justin. I'm a dummy. Yeah. Did you mean to drop me on my head, or are you just a fucking dummy? I'm a fucking idiot. Shout out CM Punk, the piece of shit.
CM Punk.
Oh, CM Punk sucks. Can we get a CM Punk sucks chant? Not in the save, in real life. Chad, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm sure some people will probably love to do that chant in real life.
I asked you, how do you feel about it?
Well, whatever. Yeah, I'll go boo CM Punk at 11 then. I don't care.
Chad has no opinions.
CM Punk sucks. CM Punk sucks. I'll chant that at a
Chad,
show. I don't care.
I have learned that Chad will just go with the flow.
I'm probably the most laid back person you'll ever meet.
Not even laid back. You just have no definitive opinions on shit.
I have opinions.
Yeah,
I'm also just laid back. Like I like CM Punk, but I'll boo him. I don't care.
You either like him or you hate him.
Yeah. Whatever.
We move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Why? Do you not like me? Are you okay, Chad?
Oh, I'm fine.
Well, you're coming out.
I just wanted to finish up retiring Mick Foley.
Yeah, it's retirement. Mick Foley. After months, we saw it earlier when I went over Don Fry's match history. I got bullied by Don Fry, and it's really put a number on his body. And after a couple weeks ago, where Mick Foley kind of was about to retire due to doctors' wishes, Chad Collier came out and said, "No, I'm going to retire, you old bastard. You're not going to go out the easy way. You're going to go out the hard way." Chad, it's you against Mick Foley. Who do you got?
Chad Collier, baby. The Red Boy is going to beat Mick Foley.
I absolutely hate you. Chad Collier has beaten Mick Foley in 1731. Mick Foley hit his panted double arm DDT, and he tried to get up, and his body just couldn't do it anymore. His body didn't get up. His body just gave out on him when he went over to go pin him, and he just couldn't get up anymore, and he kept going. That gave him Chad Collier enough time to get up, hit his finisher, which is, Chad, what's your finisher?
The Rat Trap.
It's the Rat Trap, and pins Mick Foley in 1731. Like Chad said, he may have won the tag team belts before, but that might be the biggest win of his career.
I think it is. I retired a legend. I mean, let's be honest.
And yeah.
This was my WrestleMania!
As the fans say, please don't go, and thank you, Mick. Mick Foley in the ring crying like the little baby he is. I mean, what now? Is this it? This has to be it of Mick Foley, yeah?
I mean, he said it is, right?
It has to. It has to. We move on, Chad. We've seen a lot of this bullshit, a lot of psychological mind warfare the last couple weeks. C.W. Anderson and Kane tonight. Who do you have, Chad?
I've got C.W. Anderson.
You got the former chip holder. Well, he taps out Kane here, Chad. Fucking Taker, you little bastard. What are you doing out here? What are you doing out here?
Hi, Kane.
What are you doing out here? C.W. Anderson gets the win in 1747 with a tap out, Chad. Makes him tap out. He grabs the microphone and he says he's vanquished the demon and says he has his eyes on the prize, and that's the Royal Rumble. And he said he's going to win the Royal Rumble, Chad. C.W. Anderson has put his shoes in. He will be in the 2003 Royal Rumble match.
Which reminds me, if you have a shoe, they have a better one over there at Mike's Shoes Emporium.
No. Right?
Sure.
That's your sponsor, not my sponsor.
Oh, what's your sponsor?
Viagra.
Oh, nice.
When things get hard, you get harder. Viagra.
We'll lift you up.
We'll lift you up. All right. It's Double J Records. Jeff Jarrett, Chris Daniels, and a beaten and battered Scotty 2 Hotty, Chad. They make their way down to the ring. They're taking on Stevie Richards, Chris Hero, Chris Harris, the family, and Stevie Richards is holding a bottle, a mason jar, really, of filled to the brim of Scotty 2 Hotty's blood.
Ew.
It is a disgusting sight, but it kind of has to be. It puts over how creepy and crazy these three are, especially Stevie Richards. It's a fucking battle here tonight, Chad. No sign of Mike Sanders. We have no idea. He got dumped into a river a couple weeks ago. Is he alive?
We don't know.
We don't know. He's not here tonight. That's all I can say. It's Double J Records and the family. Who do you got, Chad?
I got Double J Records.
Double J Records, Chad. But when Jeff Jarrett said, I'm going to win and beat the family and then cover the arena with your blood, he was telling the truth. But it didn't happen that way because the family win. And then after Stevie Richards, or Chris Hero pins Scotty 2 Hotty with a hero's welcome, Stevie Richards dumps the blood all over Scotty 2 Hotty, Chris Daniels, and Jeff Jarrett, covers them, bathes them in Scotty 2 Hotty's own blood. It was disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. Everyone did really well in this match. 75-60 Chris Harris, but 79, 76, 75, and 68.
Hell yeah.
Chris Hero, welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show, Chad. We're almost to the main event.
Yeah.
Johnny Storm coming out to the ring, Chad. I wanted to make this short and sweet. I wanted to get the Starrcade for you, brother.
Oh, we're good. I'm here.
Cool.
I'm enjoying the show.
Funk Boys come out. It's Johnny Storm, Too Cold Scorpio. Ooh, I burped a little bit. Too Cold Scorpio, Kid Cash, and Shannon Moore. Fatal 4-way. Can Johnny Storm defeat the Funk Boys, or can one of the Funk Boys, can Shannon Moore get that belt back? Can Kid Cash become 2-time light heavyweight champion? Or could Too Cold Scorpio become a 2-time light heavyweight champion? Who do you got, Chen?
Storm's retaining.
Storm's going to retain?
Yeah.
You would be incorrect.
Damn.
Johnny Storm, though, I'm joking. He weathered the storm and gets the job done. He may have rotused his nose in the action, but he has beat Too Cold Scorpio, Kid Cash, and Shannon Moore. He retains his belt, Chad.
Nice.
What the fuck is a rotused nose?
Rest in peace.
Dutch! Fix his nose, buddy. Backstage, though, Satoshi Kojima, Shinya Hashimoto, and Jim Cornette are seen beating down Jun Akiyama, and until like security and everyone's got to get him out of here, Chad. The final bosses have taken out Jun Akiyama.
Those bastards.
They beat him off.
Wow.
Are you jealous?
Is it because they're sponsored by Viagra?
When things get hard, they get harder. We lift you up.
Well, we lift you up.
All right, Chad. Latin Lover comes down to the ring. It's the co-main event time. It's Ric Flair. It's Latin Lover. The Nature Boy against the Sexy Boy. Ric Flair, Latin Lover. Who do you have in our co-main event?
Latin Lover.
Latin Lover?
Yeah.
Ric Flair. Again,
Damn.
proving why he is the dirtiest player in the game. Pins Latin Lover in 1454. Ric Flair again makes this defense number 1 of the U.S. belt. Ric Flair just has Latin Lover's number, Chad.
Yeah, listen, I thought it was going to be a short title reign for the Nature Boy, but he gets.
I thought about it, but I said no. Nah.
I thought about it, and then I said no.
Nah. And now that leads us, Chad, to a Ric Flair celebration and our main event. Don Fry and Arn Anderson. No Akiyama here tonight. Not anymore, at least. They make their way down to the ring. The final bosses make their way down to the ring. It's Masawa. It's Fry. It's going to be hard-hitting. It's going to be intense. Chad, who do you have?
I have Masawa.
Why'd you sound sad about that?
Because I'm shook up because of Jun Akiyama.
You would be correct, Chen. Mitsuharu Masawa defeats Don Fry in 1820 with the Tiger Driver. Hits
2820.
What? Is that what I said?
2820. You said 1820.
That's what I said. 2820.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Sure. Now it is. But anyway.
What are you talking about?
Retains.
What are you talking about here, Chen?
It's okay. It's all good. You just misspoke. It's fine.
What are you talking about?
I want to take away from the main event.
You already did. Joking. Masawa. Do these guys just they beat the shit out of each other, Chad? They beat the absolute piss out of each other. The stunt bump here, Masawa and Don Fry, they take a what do you call a top rope suplex? An avalanche suplex? Is that what they call those?
Isn't it like a superplex?
A superplex. They take the superplex from the top rope outside of the outside of the ring. They don't take it from no, outside. No padding, nothing. These guys are beating the fuck out of each other. No gimmicks, no outside interference here, Chad. Masawa beats Don Fry in 28-20.
Clean.
Look, he might be the lethal assassin. He may be the walking weapon, but he's the final boss of professional wrestling, Chad.
Exactly.
And that's how we end the show. 98.
98?
No shenanigans here, Chad. Just a straight up pay-per-view. We'll see you for Starrcade. We'll see you for Starrcade.
For the biggest show of the year for WCW. All right, everybody. We are here now. The biggest show of the year for WCW and arguably in pro wrestling. It's at least one of the two most important. But Justin, we are here at the 2002 Starrcade, and you gotta get those yawns out of the way now because we are full force pedal to the metal action moving forward.
Chad, you want to go over the last couple Starrcades?
Sure, let's do it. Let's start at 1999. Wow, what a throwback. So 1999, we had, of course, main evented by Raven and Scott Steiner for the World Heavyweight Championship. We also had Rob Van Dam defeating Sting for the United States Heavyweight title. We had the best of the best, which was Ahmed and Jericho, defeating the Dudleys, the Hardys, Lance Storm, and Alex Wright to win the Nitro Tag Team and the WCW Tag Team titles. I believe the Global Tag Team titles were also on the line there. We had Goldberg versus Vader. Tommy Dreamer defeated Mick Foley in a one-on-one false count anywhere to retain the hardcore title. We had Sensei Savage defeating Jamie Noble and Shannon Moore to retain the television championship. We had AJ defeating Kidman for the Cruiserweight title. And now fast forward a few years and Kidman and AJ are running it back once again. This time not for the Cruiserweight belt. And we had Shane Helms defeating Shark Boy. In 2000, we had Chris Jericho defeating Rey Mysterio for the World Heavyweight Championship. We had Scott Hall defeating Scott...
Let's look at the show history real quick. Don't look at any of that.
Let's look at the show history.
It was 2 nights.
Oh, yeah, we did have 2 nights. Okay, so night 1 of 2000 was AJ defeating Rob Van Dam for the Universal title. We had Owen Hart and Bret Hart defeating Shamrock and Sylvester Stallone for the Global Tag Championships. We had Samoa Joe defeating Hulk Hogan in what was supposed to be his retirement match. We had Juventud defeating Mick Foley. We had Steven Regal and Lodi defeating Lodi to retain the television title. We had the Clam Crew defeating the Sweet Sensations, Team Canada, and Too Cool to win the Cruiserweight Tag titles. Remember the Cruiserweight Tag titles? And then we had Minoru Suzuki defeating Kidman, Bubba Ray, Stardust, and Jeff Hardy to win the WCW Money in the Bank. And then night 2, we had Jericho and Ray for the world title. Scott Hall and Scott Steiner for the U.S. belt. We had Chris Kanyon defeating Raven. We had Chyna defeating Debbie Malenko for the women's belt. We had Shane Douglas and Taz defeating Kevin Nash and Syxx and the Syndicate to win the WCW tag titles. I believe that was Sting and Diamond Dallas Page, if I remember correctly. Sharmell. Oh, it was. Look at that. Sharmell won the Miss Starrcade Battle Royal, which is not back this year. And Matt Hardy defeated Christopher Daniels, Shannon Moore, Super Crazy, and an Ultimate X match to win the Cruiserweight title.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 nights of Starrcade 99 as well.
Oh, Oh, of course. Well, on night 1 of Starrcade 99, we had Owen Hart defeating Bret Hart for the global title. We had Kevin Nash defeating Scott Hall in a one-on-one Hell in a Cell match. We had Chef Psychosis defeating Juventud to retain the Universal title. That only got a 76. That's a crime. Stardust defeating Ric Flair. We had Chyna defeating Luna Vachon. We had Sick Boy pinning Adam Sandler in an SNL intro to win the 24/7 title. We had Rey Mysterio defeating Taz, Dean Malenko, Diamond Dallas Page, Kurt Hennig, and El Hijo del Santo to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. And Jamie Noble won the Battle Royal.
And 2001, last year.
And last year's Starrcade, we had Bret the Hitman Hart defeating Shawn Michaels for the World Heavyweight Championship. We had Chris Jericho defeating Sting. We had Suzuki defeating Chase Tatum to retain the Universal title. Of course, Chase Tatum won World War III last year. We had Chris Benoit defeating Eddie Guerrero to retain the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. We had Goldberg defeating Ray, AJ, Taz, Samoa Joe, and Hulk Hogan to win the Money in the Bank. The Dudleys defeated Kip James and Road Dogg in a tables match to retain the tag titles. Low D defeated Hoovy for the Cruiserweight belt. Matt and Jeff defeated the Sweet Sensations to win the Cruiserweight tag titles. Steven Regal defeated Kid Cash. Debbie Malenko defeated Manami Toyota to retain the women's title. Perry Saturn defeated Shannon Moore and Ken Shamrock to win the World TV title. Trish Stratus won the Miss Starrcade Battle Royal. Monty Brown defeated Ahmed and Big Daddy V when Planet Ahmed self-destructed. We had Chuck Palumbo defeating Mike Sanders in what I believe was the Tough Enough finale. It was. We had an Unexpected Excellence defeating, which was Raven and Owen, defeating Mortis and Abyss in a cage match to retain the WCW World Tag Titles.
Dude, Mike Sanders was a finalist last year?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
That was all random.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer defeated Holly, Douglas, and Sam Mann to retain the Hardcore title. And the Click defeated Takashi Iizuka, El Samurai, and El Ultimo Dragon in a 6-man for some reason. And Chris Hero won a Battle Royal.
For some reason. Yep.
For some reason.
All right, Joe. Let's get into Starrcade 2002.
Yes, let's get into it. We have here our pre-show tag team match. Ahmed and Ron Simmons, the Ahmed Protection Agency, taking on the FBI. I didn't appreciate about that decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Ahmed and Ron Simmons defeated Tony Mamaluke and Johnny Stamboli when Ahmed pinned Johnny Stamboli with a spine buster. And then we had ourselves.
You stop that squeaking right now, mister.
That's okay, we're good. I got it positioned. I'm comfortable. I won't move the rest of the show. We've got a pre-show battle royal, as is customary for Starrcade, and a pre-show about that decent wrestling, but nice in the crowd heat. Long Hallwell won a battle royal in 10:02. The other members of the Final Four were Tommy Dreamer, Bam Bam Bigelow, Kendo Cashin, and Tommy Dreamer, with Bam Bam Bigelow being getting the most eliminations. Bam Bam Bigelow has had a lot of luck on eliminating people in battle royals the last couple of nights, but not so much luck winning them.
No, not at all.
So the Long Hallwell won the battle royal, Justin.
Do you want me to give a fuck?
No, it was just a pre-show match.
Cool.
Just to warm us up, to get us ready for the hard-hitting action we were getting tonight. And then we start off, Justin, with our Starrcade video package, highlighting, of course, some of the action we're going to get tonight. Rock versus Goldberg, Ray versus Shawn Michaels, Team Big Show versus Team Shaq, and, of course, the NWO led by Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the Hall of Famer, taking on CM Punk. But, Justin, we start our show off with the Thunder Money in the Bank ladder match. Would you like to give your predictions on who you think will win?
Is there a next segment, or is it just straight match?
There's not a next segment. We're going right into it. This is the only one that does. This is the only one that doesn't have the video going right into it.
All right. So, for people who aren't up to date, who's in it?
For people who aren't up to date, the participants are Hoovy, Super Crazy, Seema, Great Sasuke. Then we got Bubba Ray Dudley, and of course, Justin. How could we forget?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on who else is in it. Great Sasuke, Seema, Taka.
Hoovy's winning.
Super Crazy and Hoovy. And then about that Super Wrestling discussion from the crowd, Huvatu does indeed win, defeating Super Crazy Sema, Taka Michinoku, Great Sasuke, and Bubba Ray. Justin, Super Crazy had it won, but unfortunately for him, Bubba Ray Dudley power bombed him off of the ladder through a table, doing both a stump bump and a crazy bump with those two, thus opening up the window for for Huvatu to climb up the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Hoovy is the Thunder Men's Money in the Bank holder.
Starting off hot and heavy. This was probably, 99. Out of all the Money in the Banks, this is probably the most predictable, to be honest with you.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean,
this was mainly about trying to give some of our up and coming like cruiserweight guys like Sema, Taka, and Sasuke an opportunity to like really shine. And I say opportunity to shine. Taka is always good, right? So it's about time Taka got in a match this caliber. He didn't win, but just, it's a big deal being in the Money in the Bank. And I think these 6 really put on a great opener. I mean, 99 to start the show.
Could have made.
Could have made.
All right, we move on. Oh, okay, all right.
We have the video package highlighting, of course, the Chris Candido, who won a Battle Royal on Thunder to face off against Sting for the television championship. Justin, who do you have?
Dude, if Sting won the belt just to lose it right after, I might come into your room and punch you.
Well, I did let the game decide it, so we'll have to see.
Come on.
Chris Candido versus Sting for the TV title. Oh, Chris Candido with a blonde bombshell wins the world.
You better lock that door, Pringle. What a Why?
Chris Candido is television champion. Oh, Sting. Sting putting up a 61, not too bad though. He was really off his game.
Look, this and the Shaq Big Show match, I was not looking forward to just because of the lack of the hype behind it. And
that's fair. This match I knew was going to have no build. I actually didn't pull the trigger on Sting winning the TV title until a couple nights ago when I wrote something for Thunder, because I thought, Sting cashing in, it would be a good little surprise. Give Sting a TV title run, even if he only lasted for the pay-per-view. But listen, who knows what is in store for Sting moving forward. But Chris Candido, new TV championship. He never won the TV title when he was Mr. 5-Star, Justin.
What an absolute waste of the $1 Million Invitational.
Well, listen. Either way, we got a new TV champion. It's Chris Candido. And Justin, we have here the video package for the Tough Enough Season 2 finale. We have TJ Wilson with Roddy Piper in his corner, taking on Kali Holly with, of course, Hardcore Holly and Crash Holly in his corner. Justin, who do you got?
Dude, give a little bit more story on the recap.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. So the whole story here has been TJ Wilson, of course, his coach, who was abandoned in season 1. His coach was Bret Hart. Bret Hart left because he was distracted by his all of the Shawn Michaels drama. Eddie Colon told TJ, listen, I'll never abandon you like Bret Hart, and then abandoned him, and now works for WWE. So TJ Wilson had no coach. Roddy Piper wants Thunder to win, so he said, you know what, TJ, I'll be in your corner because I don't trust the Hollies here. And Kali Holly has been on an absolute tear. He's only been pinned one time in the Tough Enough competition, and he eliminated the man who pinned him. So really, no one's been able to fully stop this dominant man. And will that continue tonight? We'll have to see, Justin. You said you were picking Kali Holly?
Yeah, I'm picking Kali Holly. Come on, man.
And in about that subpar wrestling and nothing crowd heat, Kali Holly defeated TJ Wilson with a brain chop, but Justin, as Kali Holly is celebrating, the lights go out. Oh? And when they come back in, Justin, we see some individuals that we haven't seen since they've been eliminated in the Tough Enough tournament, Justin. We see here, go ahead and hit the next segment.
Check your Discord messages also.
We have here, Justin, we have York, Stretch, Steen, Seidel, and Aries, who are all surrounding Giant Singh, and Kali Holly, and TJ Wilson gets back up, and they're looking at the group, and then TJ turns around, and the group just starts beating down Kali Holly. The group is just like Nexus style beating down the the big man. And Roddy Piper, he gets in the ring and he's like, hey, what is going on here? And Justin, they don't even think about it. These men beat down Roddy Piper as well. And the group now stand in the ring. York is wearing a t-shirt that says "The Buried" on it. Justin, is this the what could this mean? It's a pretty good name, right?
Love the group, hate the name.
I feel the same way. I said I love the group. The Buried is a funny name.
Yeah, but it just doesn't look good. Hey, here comes the guys that were buried. Here we go.
Their group was called Tough Enough.
No, I don't like that either.
I don't like that either. So if I think of something better, we might change it. But for right now, they're called The Buried.
They already got the t-shirts made. You might as well fucking run.
Got the t-shirts. Oh, yeah, Justin, we got York, Stretch, Wilson, Steen, Aries, Seidel, and I think I got them all.
Yeah, you did. You got it.
Here we are. Look at this new group.
I don't remember Austin Aries being buried.
Austin Aries was eliminated by a coach.
Oh my God, you're right. York, I just dawned on me. York's here. Justice for Christian York.
Justice for Christian York. And as we, Justin, as that chaos begins to die down, we see here the video package for the women's Money in the Bank. Trish Stratus, Debbie Malenko, Beth Phoenix, Takako Inu, Daphne, and Ivory. Justin, who is going to be the first woman to ever win the women's Money in the Bank?
Again, I gave my opinions and my prediction on Nitro. I think it's gonna be Beth. I think Debbie and Trish are gonna cost each other, and I just don't think the other three have been booked well enough to make it believable that they could win here tonight. So I think it's gonna be Beth Phoenix, Jed.
Listen, this match, Justin. There's nothing I hate more, Justin, than telling you when you're right. But I had this booked. I had the notes written down. Debbie and Trish do take each other out, and through that chaos, we have the women's Money in the Bank winner, Beth Phoenix. She does indeed win the Money in the Bank briefcase, Justin. She is Miss Money in the Bank.
I just the way I was looking at it. That's just how it. Nothing wrong with it. I think that's a good decision. Storyline keeps Trish and
Takako, you win it for a surprise. But
I would have made fun of you. Fucking girl hasn't done shit over here, and you're gonna give her the fucking belt.
But I went with Beth because Beth has been that talent that she was a couple big wins away from really breaking into the scene here, and maybe with this Money in the Bank briefcase, she'll have it now.
Turn that phone off.
Did it go off? Oh, it did. Here, I'll just throw it on the ground. All right, cool.
Yeah, your mic picks up everything. I hear every little creepy crawler that goes in your room.
A mosquito burps in my room, and the mic will pick it up.
Yeah, Beth is like one of those. She's been in like right in the middle. Like she is right there, but has never been given that opportunity to really shine and take the women's division into her own hands. And I think winning right here, the women's Money in the Bank, especially over girls like Debbie and Trish, really solidifies her name in this women's division and really catapults her into the top ranks with Toyota and Greenwald and Malenko and Trish herself. This is a career-defining moment for Beth Phoenix, and I'm excited to see where this takes her.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, and good showing from Daphne and Ivory and Takako Inu as well.
Of course. Now,
for Ivory only wrestling like 5 matches. This is very impressive.
You didn't even see what she did.
I didn't see what she did.
Well, we'll find out later because there are some injuries to go.
Oh, she's hurt. That's the answer. Debbie Malenko broken a metatarsal. Oh no! Justin, where's your metatarsal? Do you know what that is?
Oh, is that a toe? No, it's not a toe. It's a finger.
I think it's somewhere in your hand. I think. And then Beth damaged her elbow. Well, that's only a couple-day injury. We know from experience. So. Justin, we see some of the lumberjacks surrounding the ring as we see the hype package for Matt Hardy versus Taz. The story of this match has been Matt Hardy has constantly been trying to avoid Taz, who came to Thunder off of a trade and has since then made it his mission to win the Cruiserweight Championship. And every time he becomes close, Matt finds some way to get out of it, whether it's running away, whether it's getting a doctor's note and being sick. Matt Hardy was screwed out of a Money in the Bank qualifier by Taz, and out of a fit of rage, Matt Hardy challenged Taz to a Cruiserweight Championship match, and then Taz won a 6-man tag to pick the stipulation, and he picked a lumberjack match, Justin.
No running away when the people are gonna keep you inside the ring.
To the lumberjack match is to throw you back in when you escape. So there's nowhere for Matt to run. We got Matt versus Taz for the Cruiserweight belt. Justin, who do you got?
If this storyline doesn't end with Taz finally getting his little grubby hands on Matt Hardy and pinning him and becoming the Cruiserweight Championship, it'll all be for nothing. I got Taz here, Chad.
You got Taz. Well, listen, I wish I could tell you it was a hard-fought battle, but it was only an 8-minute classic. Taz got his hands on Matt.
There are no such thing as 8 minutes classics, brother.
Taz got his hands on Matt Hardy and made short work of him and won with a T-bone suplex to win the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah, I think only being 8 minutes kind of cost this match from being
it did. It was classic. But I also thought, like, it didn't really make sense for it to go long either, because like Matt's running away from Taz because he doesn't think he can beat him, right? So
I think the constant run out of the ring, Matt Hardy just constantly going back and forth, like he does a rollout on each side of the ring, and each side of the ring, those lumberjacks keep throwing him in. And he's just like, I don't know what to do, and Taz is just sitting
and
there.
then he runs into a T-bone suplex and then gets that. Yeah. That's literally exactly what happened. Yeah. Matt tried to run away multiple times, it didn't work, and now we got a new Cruiserweight champion.
What is this? Man, okay, now how do you, if you're Tyson Duh, are you more scared of Taz or are you more scared of Matt Hardy?
I mean, I feel like you have to be more scared of Taz, right?
So here's my thing. In a lumberjack match, when the other lumberjacks...
It would almost behoove Matt Hardy, right? It would almost behoove them.
I would rather attack Taz because you would want Matt Hardy to be the champion as you see him as a weaker link.
For sure, and that is why we had an even number of heels and babyface lumberjacks mixed in throughout. So that way there was no, like...
Halfway during it, all the lumberjacks started beating the shit out of each other.
Oh, that definitely happened. That definitely happened. Yeah, that definitely happened.
Oh, we're just going straight into it.
I thought we had a video package. I was wrong. We didn't. Well, okay. And about that good wrestling and discussion from the crowd, Toyota defeats Greenwald in 12:44 with an Ocean Queen B-bomb. And Nicole Bass ran in and attacked Greenwald and won and made defense number 1 of the women's title.
This is her only... Oh, yeah, because she just recently won the belt.
She just won the belt.
Her first offense is against Nora Greenwald?
I guess so.
I mean... Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Nora Greenwald kind of been the queen of NXT the last couple of years.
And she came over here and ran into a new queen. And that queen was the Ocean Queen B-bomb.
Yeah, you took my fucking thing because I had to take a breath, and you're like, let me stick my wiener in, and it's all good. Big win for Toyota.
A little behind the curtain. Beth almost cashed in here.
I haven't even thought about that yet.
Yep. She doesn't, but she almost did.
Was she just in the gorilla position backstage, looking through the?
Yeah, she was in gorilla, waiting to see. You know. But Justin, we have here the.
I forgot about this.
This has been. That's because I forgot to book it on the go home. This has been
So we both forgot.
This has been a feud forged in
Where's
blood.
Wendy?
Bobby Roode and Suzuki. Well, that's funny. Wendy no longer works for this company anymore because she did steroids. Bobby Roode had his opportunity at he had his opportunity at War Games to represent with Limitless taken from him when Suzuki took him out of the match. And ever since then, Bobby Roode has made it his mission to get his payback. The first time they fought, Suzuki beat him. The second time they fought, Bobby went and got help from Nora Greenwood to help against Suzuki and his girlfriend Wendy. They got the win. But he wasn't satisfied, and neither was Suzuki, because Suzuki, that's why Bobby Roode wasn't on TV, because if you remember, Justin, Suzuki broke Bobby Roode's arm. And said, at Starrcade, we finished this fight.
I forgot you did the same exact arm breaking angle that I did that same week.
And so Bobby Roode versus Suzuki to finish the fight.
I honestly have no idea, to be honest with you. I'm going to say Suzuki. I'll go back and forth with this, right? What would... Who won at the World War III again? Bobby Roode and Nora?
Was Bobby Roode and Nora, yeah.
I'm gonna go Suzuki.
Okay.
No way Bobby Roode wins twice. I now knowing that I said that, I'm gonna click next segment and Bobby Roode's gonna win. But I think it should be Suzuki. Just broke his fucking arm.
True.
Yeah, okay.
And in a good wrestling match, that decent reaction from the crowd, Bobby Roode does defeat Minoru Suzuki in 1422 with a rude awakening.
Yeah. I knew it as soon as I started talking to myself. I'm like, what's Chad gonna do? He's gonna put Bobby Roode over.
Bobby Roode has spent months and months trying to get hit Suzuki one-on-one and get some payback, and he finally does. He defeats Minoru Suzuki with a rude awakening.
I had a rude awakening this morning.
Only got an 80, which is a bummer, but oh well. I had to keep Suzuki strong for him to be okay with the loss, so that's why he did it.
It was a wild brawl, and it was kept strong. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, you weren't.
That's why we had to keep Suzuki strong. He wouldn't have taken. He has creative control and wouldn't have lost otherwise.
Okay.
But Justin, we have here, of course, the video package for the tag team triple threat title match: Raven and Shane Douglas taking on the Hearts versus the Harris twins. Now, the Harris brothers have been trying to get in the tag team title picture for a long time now. We're told that they were the #1 contenders, but then Raven and Shane Douglas ended up getting the upcoming title match at Starrcade. The Harris twins got mad, so they challenged the Hearts to a title match last week on Thunder. And the Harris twins lost, but they lost due to the cheating ways of the Hearts. The champions cheated, and so Roddy Piper made this a triple threat match, Justin. These three men are going at it for the tag team championships. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go. Oh, man. You love flip-flopping the tag belts so much. You love it. You are a big title flip-flopper in general. I think Raven and Douglas. Just because...
You're going to go Raven and Douglas?
I don't know why. I'm pulling for Ron and Don. I don't know.
You're not predicting the champions.
I don't have any reason behind it either. Genuinely. I don't think storyline it makes sense for anyone but the Hearts to win, but... I don't know. Well,
listen, Justin, this match was very hard hitting. Raven and Shane Douglas were on the same page. They were connecting, and it showed because there were a lot of times where it looked like they were going to get the upper hand. Brett and Owen, they were as great as they usually are. You know, they were technical master classes in that ring. A bunch of times where it looked like they were going to get some tap outs, but of course, there being 6 men in the ring, somebody was always there to break up the submissions, and people were always there to break up all of the pinfalls. Every single team tried to get a lot of falls here, and they just kept getting broken up. But this match was fast, high-paced, and Justin, quite frankly, all 6 of these guys aren't in that best of shape. So one man was victorious, and it was Justin, the Harris twins.
No. How?
The Harris twins were so out of breath that when Bret Hart went to go get a pinfall on Raven, the Harris twin jumped on him and broke it up, but then rolled on top of Bret, who was so winded, Justin, that the ref counted 3, and the Harris twins win the tag team titles.
Unreal.
We have new tag. This is the Harris twins' first time winning the World Tag Team titles.
How mad were Bret and Owen?
Oh, furious. In fact, Justin, a little bit inside baseball, 3 men were very pissed about this match.
That's fair enough.
Both names were Hearts and Shane.
Raven was cool?
Raven was cool with it.
Get rid of Shane Douglas. He sucks.
I didn't get it. I was like, Shane's upset, but Raven's cool.
Chad.
Oh, I lied. We didn't have a video package for this either. We had the Nitro Money in the Bank ladder match. Justin and Rob Van Dam wins.
I had to yell on mute because I'm just so frustrated. This is the one I wanted to predict the most.
Damn. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, Rob Van Dam wins.
Yeah, sorry. Fuck it. You spent 45 minutes booking this just to not make sure everyone had a fucking segment before?
I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. I really went back and forth between Rob Van Dam and Finlay, to be honest with you. I don't think Finlay's done quite enough.
Finlay would have been my 6th pick in this. I think I would have picked, actually, before Finlay, the referee Charles Robinson. There's no reason to give it to Fit Finley. I think my
I really
order would
wanted
have
to
been
just for the surprise.
I would have went RVD Devon 1 and 2. I would have went Batista Canyon 3 and 4, and then Helms and Finley at 5 and 6 in order of odds. I would have bet.
There was a minute where I legitimately thought about everybody. But I think at the end of the day, I think Rob Van Dam needs it more, so he won it.
That's not true. RVD is the only one who in here could be a believable main eventer right now. I think.
Yeah, but he's had some struggle since coming back from the injury, and I think storyline wise, it made sense that he won.
I would have had more faith in Shane Helms if he just didn't do a program with Shawn Michaels right before. I think that's why I didn't really think Shane Helms even had a shot in hell.
He wasn't on the video package hyping it up on Thunder.
That's true. I think Canyon, to be honest, could have used it the most. He's been floundering a lot, but we both know in ring he's one of the best top 10 guys you have in WCW. He's a former U.S. champion. Like this, he's on the come up. You know, this could have been his shot, his like little adrenaline shot right back into the main event scene. But alas, RVD does it.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you asked, Justin, because at one point, Fit Finley was climbing the ladder, and like I said, he was been on a bit of a winning streak, and people were like super, like they're like, "Oh my God, is Finley going to do it?" And then Canyon, who has been teaming with Fit Finley, pushed the ladder over Justin, and then later on in the match, when it looked like Canyon was about to win, Finley rolled into the ring with a shillelagh and hit him in the head with it, and then thus opening up the window, giving time, because after that happened, Batista. Then was on the outside of the ring, mixing it up with Devon and Shane Helms. And Shane Helms did a big aerial maneuver that took them both out, and it gave Rob Van Dam enough time to climb that ladder, capitalize, and win the Money in the Bank ladder match.
So both Money in the Bank matches, sorry for me chewing right now, were won by dudes who didn't do the final maneuver.
Yes.
Interesting. Kind of snake-like, really.
Oh well.
Well, here it is.
Oh, here's that video package.
I just threw my book in the air.
Okay, cool. I think there's another video package next.
Starrcade, Chad's WrestleMania, book to fucking perfection here tonight, boys.
Yes,
oh
me too.
My
okay.
God.
We have Truth and Steve Carino, who are backstage, Justin. They were told that they're going to meet some lucky fans who went to Starrcade Access, Justin. And so they're meeting some lucky fans. And they go and they're taking pictures with all these people. They're having a great time. And
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay. No, you're good. And they meet these two big fans of professional wrestling. You know, they're big fans, but they look a little weird. And the Truth asks, well, who's your favorite wrestler? And the guy says, oh, I'm a big fan of Low D. And then Truth says, ew. And then the trap's been sprung. Bah, it's Low D as he rolls up R-Truth, gets the 1, 2, 3, wins back his 24/7 championship, and then tells Homicide, we gotta go. And then they run away as Steve Carino and Killings are following behind. But first, Justin, we have.
No, but first, let me talk about that. Let me get my thoughts about that segment.
Oh yeah, sure.
Why does that program right there have more thought and detail in it than the Sting program?
I didn't really think that hard about it, but it just kind of.
That's how little you thought about the U.S. belt this pay-per-view.
Well, the U.S. belt's not being defended because Ben was on painkillers, but the TV title, on the other hand.
Oh, the TV title. My bad.
Yeah, you're good. But Justin, we got Team Big Show versus Team Shaquille O'Neal. This has been a quest to see who is the better athlete. Big Show thinks that it's him. Shaquille O'Neal thinks that it's Shaq. Shaq beat the Big Show 1-on-1. Big Show eliminated Shaquille O'Neal. And now tonight, in a 5-on-5 tag team match, they go to war one more time.
Who's on each team?
Yes, Team Big Show, consisting of the Big Show, Big Daddy V, Samoa Joe, Ace Steel the Bounty Hunter, and Steven Regal, taking on Team Shaquille O'Neal, consisting of Shaquille O'Neal, Super Eric, Shark Boy, Perry Saturn, and a man who was told time and time again that he wasn't good enough to be on Team Big Show, Billy.
Do you want my answer?
Yeah, who do you think?
I think, realistically, if Team Big Show loses, I will never look at any of those guys ever again as threatening opponents. Ever.
You're like, and now that you know that, let's see what you did.
And now I think you're going to pick Team Shaq over. Okay, thank
They
God.
had a good match.
Good
the
job.
Big
Good
Show,
job, Chad.
Big Daddy V, Samoa Joe, Steven Regal, and Ace Steel defeat Shaquille O'Neal, Perry Saturn, Super Eric, Shark Boy, and Billy. When Big Daddy V pinned Shaq with a big splash, he broke Shaquille O'Neal's ribs, Justin.
Did he? I don't see an injury report.
He collapsed the lungs of Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh.
Will he make his Lakers game? Who will? We'll have to know.
He's going to be out for the year, Chad. The Lakers are going to find you.
Big Daddy V might have cost the Lakers a championship.
In 2002? Yeah, they won.
2002.
They won 03.
Yeah. Oh, they might not win this year. Now Shaquille O'Neal having some crushed ribs.
And then they lost the next year. Who did they lose to, Chad? No, they actually did not win 03. The Spurs won 03.
Yeah, we won 04. The Pistons won 04.
Yep. And then the Spurs won 05. Lakers won 2001 and 02, the three-peat. I know my stuff now.
Justin, Homicide and Lodi, who are running, they run into this room and they close the door and they turn around and they realize, Justin, that they're in catering, and all of these people now see the 24/7 championship, but there's a referee also in catering, so they all kind of look at each other, Justin, and a big brawl ensues. As we go to our next segment.
No championship belt change?
You'll have to see, because we're going to have a big old match after this. We have ourselves a championship match, and a decent match that didn't have much heat. Lodi defeated Homicide, The Truth, Colt Cabana, Thrasher, and Noble No More James Gibson. When Lodi pinned Colt Cabana with an aerial brainbuster and makes defense number 1 of the 24/7 title.
This got more time than Sting.
It did.
Unreal.
And Justin, we have here the the Trios Championship match, the Triple Threat Trios match. The Wicked taking on the Tap Out Crew, taking on the Wild Boys. Justin, who do you got?
Where's Lash LaRue?
I ran out of people
That's not true.
To put here in the little video package.
That's not true.
I think I only had room for like one more, and I didn't want to put one member of Shamrock and not all three, so I just put one.
I'd rather have one guy than two guys. You know that's how they get Lash LaRue more over, if he's in promos with other people.
Fair, but
I don't know. The Wicked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sick of this feud. I'm gonna be completely honest with you on this one.
That's okay. You're going with the Wicked.
Yeah.
And it is a match. Relic and the Wicked defeat Ken Shamrock, Matt Cross, Lash LaRue, and the Wild Boys to make defense number 1 of the Trios title.
Two things irk me about this in my OCD. That the Wild Boys have their stable name, right? Number 1, the Wicked and Relic. Why is Relic not part of the stable?
I don't know, because he is in the Wicked.
Why is this not a stable?
I don't know. I thought they all were, because I'm pretty sure but apparently not, because they had popped up. So, oh well.
Those are my two things. Let's see. What do I gotta pick apart this? I mean, Ken Shamrock is too good to be doing this. Way too good, I think.
Yeah, Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock. I mean, you got a 93, but
I say it every time he wrestles. Why he's not world champion right now? He's like your second best in-ring guy in the company. So far, no one else has had higher than a 93 other than RVD.
Well, I feel like that's about to pick up, but you're correct.
Come on now. Come on. Justice for Ken Shamrock. Matt Cross and Lash LaRue, they're cool, but they're weighing him down.
People have been thinking that. Are the Tap Out Crew weighing Ken Shamrock down? That will be answered another day, because tonight we have the hype video for AJ Styles versus Kidman. Kidman became the authority figure for WCW, and he opened up his council of Kidman and Justin. We've seen this before. The corrupt authority figure wreaking havoc here, and AJ Styles was a part of that council until AJ Styles no longer served a purpose for Billy Kidman. Once Billy Kidman realized AJ Styles wasn't the man anymore in his eyes. He kind of abandoned him and put his eggs in the Suzuki basket and has made AJ Styles' life a living hell. He has cost him many matches, many opportunities at championships, and AJ Styles finally had enough and challenged Billy Kidman to a bull rope match at Starrcade.
Give me AJ Styles for 200.
You're going to pick AJ Styles for 200. Well, that is a good thing that you picked AJ Styles here, because in About That Superb Wrestling and Good Heat, AJ Styles defeated Billy Kidman in a bull rope match in 1524 with a Styles Clash.
That was the only way that can go.
Yeah.
I like the huge storyline. I mean, it could have gone either way, I guess, but I like Styles in this more.
No, I think Styles needed, I don't think he needed the win here, but he definitely needed it more than Kidman, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
As far as like place on the card, right?
Yeah, what is Kidman's spot on the card?
Who knows? It's been all over the place. But Justin, we have here the Rey Mysterio versus Shawn Michaels. You know, this is it says the video. This is also their entrances as they come down to the ring. Justin, Rey Mysterio versus Shawn Michaels. Both of these men have failed to win the world title at Starrcade before. Will history repeat itself it will for one of these men, but which one will be victorious? Rey Mysterio versus Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels took the title away from Chris Benoit and has just proven why Shawn Michaels is the man, quite frankly, beating anybody who gets in his way. Rey Mysterio was the leader of Limitless, took down the council, and is here to get the world championship, the title that he was not able to win at Starrcade. Justin, can Rey do it, or will Shawn Michaels prove why he is the man? Well, who do you got?
Well, I think the one I've gone back and forth with the most out of any one of this card, I could see either one of these guys win. But I think this is a classic. Shawn Michaels proving why he's one of the greatest wrestlers in the business going right now and is the face of WCW. But I think it's Rey's time, and I think he wins the belt.
Well, this match is a classic, Justin. That's okay. And with sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, it was indeed Rey Mysterio's time as the crowd erupts. Children wearing the Rey Mysterio masks. People are losing it. Rey Mysterio has written the wrongs. He has won the WCW World Heavyweight title at Starrcade. Justin, Rey Mysterio did it.
Look, I think it had to happen. It was Rey Mysterio's time. What else can he do? I mean, he's scratched and clawed. I mean, let's be honest, maybe not the greatest, but not the worst 2002 this year. I feel like he's had a 50-50 year all year until November, where he had a good run at World War III, and that has led him to this match right here. And he finally he got the job done. He did the thing. Yeah. He defeated Shawn Michaels.
World Heavyweight Championship. And Shawn Michaels, a hell of a run from Shawn Michaels, not take nothing away from him.
No.
Except his belt.
Yeah, I was going to say, he took the belt.
Except for his belt. You can take that away from him. Justin, we have here the NW. We see here the video package from earlier in the day when the NWO, Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall got inducted into the Hall of Fame. And it was a very emotional moment. But tonight, they square off against CM Punk and the world's greatest tag team.
I would have guessed that anyway, so.
Yeah, I figured, right? And then it is the match. CM Punk and the world's greatest tag team defeated the NWO when CM Punk submitted Scott Hall with an arm triangle choke. Justin, the NWO, they got inducted into the Hall of Fame, but then they lose in the co-main event at Starrcade.
Couldn't even beat Hogan. Couldn't even beat Hogan.
Listen, you have to save room down the line for a potential match, Justin.
Dude, if I have to watch Hogan wrestle again, though, I'll not be happy. Now, here we go.
Justin,
that was the co-main?
That was the co-main.
Oh, wow. Let's go.
I was worried that if I had both title matches, I didn't want to burn the crowd.
Oh, no, yeah, you can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah. So we have here, Justin, we have the main event, The Rock taking on Bill Goldberg. I mean, this story, Bill Goldberg left. He left the Universal Championship in the middle of the ring, and he walked out on the company, and he went and joined WWE. And while he was gone, The Rock picked the ball up. The Rock won the Universal Championship. He got hurt, and then he won it again. No man has been able to pin The Rock, and we know Bill Goldberg with winning streaks. No one was able to pin Bill Goldberg for a very, very long time. And now these two men who are arguably the faces of their respective companies at one point, squaring off, going one-on-one today to see who is the better man, The Rock versus Goldberg. Who do you got, Justin?
It has to be Goldberg. It has to be. The history of this save was built on Bill Goldberg in WCW becoming the dominant monster that he is. The streak, the world championship. Him leaving, winning the belt and leaving just to come back and fight for that same belt. The story writes itself. I love The Rock, but if Goldberg doesn't win this, Goldberg is a fraud.
And Justin, this match goes back and forth. These two men brought out everything. We even saw Goldberg going top rope at one point. We've never seen Goldberg go top rope. These two men put it all.
He did a 450 at SummerSlam.
Well, we haven't seen him do a top rope move here in WCW.
That's the fucking product, Chad.
I forgot he did that. But these two went back and forth, Justin. But at the end of the day, one man stands tall. Justin, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Oh, they don't have. Oh, that's horrible. That's a big bummer. They don't have good chemistry. We should have had Ray and Shawn Michaels main event.
No, you got to have your World War III winner.
I thought the hype here was too big. I thought there was no reason why. I thought if this card existed in real life, this would have been the last card. I didn't see any reason why it shouldn't have went on last.
Goldberg won the World War III. I know previous years you didn't use that as your main event, but I think it should.
Yeah. But Justin, The Rock's undefeated streak remains alive as he beats Bill Goldberg by submission and makes defense number 4 of the WCW Universal title. And The Rock celebrates with the people as we end out Starrcade 2002.
What do you think the final rating will be, Chad?
I'd say a 92.
I'm going to go... Oh, man. I think 92 is right. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go 94. That main event fucked you.
That main event fucked it.
92.
92. What a call.
What a call. You know your roster. You know your work.
Yeah. So, Justin, that was Starrcade 2002.
Yeah. That was. Best match.
Rock Goldberg fucked us, but...
Best match was the opener.
The best match was the men's Money in the Bank.
Chad's sick to his stomach that he just spent months building Starrcade for fucking CIMA and Sasuke to have the best match of the night.
Yeah, it is what it is, you know. I mean, it's a bummer, but
I hope that opens your eyes. I hope that opens your eyes and shows you that you don't need the same 6 people to have good shows, because you have great talent in that cruiserweight division that could be not cruiserweights. They could be main eventers. Get them out of that cruiserweight division mold mentality and get them into the main event.
But Justin,
that's Starrcade.
What do we have left now? What are we doing now?
I gotta poop.
But then what?
We're gonna go to 2003.
Yes, and do the end of the year awards.
Yes. We'll see you for the end of the year awards. Chad, make your prediction right now. Oh, we'll make it in the prediction that started. No one's watching this far. We'll see you for the next episode.